Hey guys, this is AntonGlader speaking, and today I'm doing my first speed build with the terrain manipulation tool. Wow, I couldn't say that. Anyway, the terrain tools are here. If you guys have the base game only, whatever, if you have the Sims 4, you can just go in Origin, update, and it will be there when you go into build mode. I know, it's amazing. Basically, this is a new feature that is totally free, and I adore it that they have done this. I have been wanting it for so long. You're tired of making just flat builds all the time, so this is a really cool thing. Yeah, so today I'm building like a cottage or something like that. It's like a built-in in the terrain. So basically what you can and cannot do, it's really like hard to get used to, I guess. It can be a little bit tricky at first, but basically walls will like cut through the terrain. It will make like a flat surface if you cut through the terrain. But roofs doesn't. So what I've done here to make it look like it's really in the hill is to use the roofs, really. But it really looks so much better than to, you know, before when you could only do it with roofs. Now it looks really, really cool and actually like built in. It does look like some moss or something like on the roof or something. I don't know. I like it. It's pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, in this build I'm just like playing around. This is like my first thing I do with terrain as well. So I'm just playing around, seeing what can you do, and just going with the flow, what my creativity and what my inspiration is taking me. I thought that I would not do this kind of build the first thing I did, but apparently I did. Apparently that's what was in my mind when I used it, because I do have a lot of modern builds that I want to do, and probably you will see a lot of that with like cliffs and stuff like that. So yeah, I will probably do those speed builds as well. But this one is a tiny one, but at the same time, you know, it's nice. So one problem I have with the terrain tools is obviously that it doesn't snap to the grid. You know, the plants and stuff like that, it snaps to the grid. But it snaps like in air as well, if that makes sense. So making stuff out of hills was really hard, or like these like bumps or hills or whatever you want to call them. That was really hard because obviously the plants doesn't really fit on the terrain. So it would be great if we could, like, I don't know, raise down into terrain, because we have the raise down tool, which is Control 0, I think, where you can like lower things, and it would be great if you could lower it down under the terrain, if that makes sense, so it fits more, because now it looks like several of the items are floating if you're trying to do anything, which sucks. So but I actually used like the flower pattern, like the terrain pattern. I have never used those before, I swear. I usually never use them. So I thought that, maybe I use these more. It fit in this build. Maybe not in other builds. Then I want to do like more of a, like with plants and stuff. But it worked in this build. It made it look less, I don't know, dorky or funky, you know. I wanted it to look as, you know, kind of thought of, if that makes sense. I don't even know. But anyway, we're inside. This is basically a small little cottage I got for the, like, I don't know, tiny vibe with like a little bit of a clutter, but not over cluttered either. It's like a simple home. We have the little coffee corner? No. We have the kitchen, which is really, really tiny, and then we have the living room, which is also very tiny. And then I just put on some pictures on the walls, like, I don't know, it was just something like that. And then out there, I built a staircase because I was like, where do I fit the toilet? When I started building, I'm like, where do I fit the bedroom as well? So I thought of making a tiny little basement, because I want make it tiny. I want to make it like it's something that is built into like a hill. Of course, it's not gonna be huge. Like, okay, so yeah. So basically, this is like, I don't know, maybe some crazy person living in the woods. Maybe a lumberjack living in the woods. Maybe a gnome. You never know who lives here. Please comment down below who do you think lives here. That'd be fun to see what you guys think, because I think it's like some gnome or something. I don't know. But yeah, so it's a simple build, but this is what I did with the terrain tools, the first thing. So I will leave you with the screenshots, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. If you like my content, please do like and comment, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching, and I see you again next time. Bye!